Here we go. 4th place after the second rotation. And that is not the place you want to finish.
Like we said, had such a phenomenal year last year. She was second in the American Cup to Rebecca Bross. But so far, she has done her job.
She has a big routine planned here. If she does all that she's capable of, her start value is a 6.5. It's a big score, potentially.
And you know, to be part of that Olympic team, there is one person that it is critical that you impress, and that is Marta Caroli. And Marta says, I like this kid. I like her demeanor. I like her calmness. She's cool under pressure.
Big acrobatic combination here.
Oh. There's a few tenths there. Very nicely done.
Taking a little risk, holding the leg up after that skill. Tell you what,
she did a great vault. She was just as good as she can be on the uneven bars, and now there's another big routine. This is what gave Carly Patterson the gold medal at the Olympic Games in 2004. This Arabian double.
Consistent day.
Yeah. Wow, that was one of her feet on that dismount. She kind of missed the beam a little bit. That was a great struggle to put that to her feet.
Very good matchup.
So here's the dismount. Let's look. Well,
hard to tell.
Maybe from that angle, a little bit hard to tell, but you can see she was definitely under-rotated. But she's a quick thinker, slides that leg back. Her head coach, Alexander Alexandrov, went up to her and said, you will do simple floor routine. She said, I will do everything.
Alfie, even she has had some, some pretty good bobbles on the balance beam.
But yes, but, what we watched at the World Championships was perfection. She was awesome, considering that was her first time at a World Championship. Coming here to the American Cup, in the last 5 months, she's updated routine. She's made them more difficult. She's coming to the American Cup with a brand new floor routine. I marvel at that because she's not done yet. She keeps improving. But one thing that is for sure, she is one mentally tough athlete. It's awesome to watch.
Yeah, I tell you, just, he's the head coach of Russian gymnastics. You will do a simple floor routine. I will do everything.
Yeah. Women.
Without a pause.
Well, with the Olympics coming to London, we can say this about what we've witnessed today. The British gymnastics group has some work. Back in Jacksonville, Florida, as we head toward the conclusion of the 2011 AT&T American Cup. Tim and Elfie, let me ask you this. We have two young American women, Alexander Raceman on the right, Jordan Weber just off the picture on the left. What's your level of assuredness, 10 being real sure, that we're going to see on a scale of 1 to 10 these two in London?
Well, Jordan Weber,
yes.
If she doesn't get hurt, my 1 to 10 is it's 10. She'll be on that team. Allie Raceman, like I've said before, one of her biggest competitions is going to be with her own teammate, Alicia Sacramone, because, she's weak on bars. Alicia doesn't do bars. And so they're kind of the same gymnasts. They're both powerful and very good tumblers and vaulters. So, that's about I think a 5.
Wow. What are your numbers?
Well, I agree with Tim, even if you would ask her first. And there's the scenario for Allie Raceman, Alicia Sacramone. But the more difficult thing for these athletes to accomplish is what we talked about, 5 members on that team in London. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, I give her a 5, and I give Alicia Sacramone a 5. Split the difference. Well, that is just a jam-packed routine. She's even upgraded. She was fourth, one place shy of winning a world championship medal, and she has upgraded the routine.
And what Allie has going for her, especially after watching this routine, is she keeps proving to Marta Karolyi, and this is her first tumbling pass, she keeps proving that she is worthy of being on this American team because she's hitting, not making mistakes, and that's what Marta wants to see. She's looking for those numbers, the consistency. She's on the side.
Catastrophic mistake is going to win this American Cup.
Well, she has all these different scenarios for tumbling, too. She could be doing this or that, and then in her second pass could be doing this or that. She has all these options. I don't think I've ever seen an athlete at this level of competition with as many as she comes into this with.
She has such confidence. She Skyped with her dad at the World Championship. She said, "Don't worry, Dad. I can't lose."
That was a 3.5 twist. Looks like she's going for it.
That could be considered a complete fall, which is a point.
Well, if that's a full point.
It's still close, though. I mean, it's possible. There is no question. You just don't see her make mistakes like this. She's just way under-rotated. Let's look at this. This is a 2.5, and she's not rotated enough, so she...
full
You know who that looks almost exactly like?
Yes, Rebecca Bross at the World Championships in 09.
Yeah, where she...
She's trying to end the long drought for Russian gymnasts here at the American Cup. That's Elena Zamolodchikova, who's judging on the beam, and she was a winner here in 2001. Well, we'll see what happens and how the judges view it. Isn't that always the case in this sport? It is here this afternoon in Jacksonville, Florida. Penny, for your thoughts. Aliyah Mustafina of Russia. She needed to just get through it and beat her usual standard, and she would have won here. She didn't take anything out. She kept her routine complicated, and the judges just hammered her. 13.666. And now this is an opportunity for Jordan Weber. She needs a 14.832. She probably hasn't thought that this was possible for an hour and a half.
Without question. She can do it. She's great on floor, actually brilliant on floor, but that is a big number. And she also does some really tricky stuff.
Was Mustafina stubborn?
Yeah, she was definitely stubborn.
She made the decision ultimately.
Her coach said, you know, we'll do an easy routine, and she said, no, we won't.
Big test right here off the top. First tumbling pass.
Oh, gosh.
She's out of bounds.
That was a 3/10 step for sure, and both feet went out. It's 3 more tenths. Another big step. I think only 1 foot went out, so that will be just a 1/10 of a point. It started a little bit shaky. Her first 2 landings were big steps, but then she got it under control. Now, that's going to be really close.
It must be inconsolable right about now. Let's get some Jordan Weber insight from Andrea Joyce.
Well, you're right, Al. High drama indeed, right up until the last few minutes. Jordan, when you finished your routine on the floor, did you think you had done enough? I mean, you knew that Mustafina had left the door open.
Yeah, I did. You know, I tried to get every single thing in that floor routine, you know, try my best. And I feel like I really pulled it through. And even with, you know, going out of bounds once, I still got a high enough score.
Well, talk about never giving up. Second rotation, you have that uncharacteristic mistake on the bars. How much of that was nerves, and how did you pull yourself back together? Did you just say, I'm not giving up? What was it?
It was kind of a fluky mistake, you know. I was a little disappointed after that, but, you know, I just had to act like nothing happened, and I had to go on beam the floor and finish up strong.
Business as usual, but here you are. You just beat, at the American Cup, the world all-around champion. I mean,